Hey, everybody see my screen okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. Let's get this over here. Oh. My cursor keeps disappearing. My little switch to turn it on and off, so I'll have to get it up there again. There it is. All right. So you can see my cursor okay? All right, good. You know what? I think we're going to go from the bottom. We'll start with Wendell, and we'll go up and all the way down again, since we usually go alphabetically. Oops. Yeah, switch it up for a change.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah. This weekend I went up to Sweetwater Preserve to walk around and took a different trail than I did the last time. Got to see a lot of saguaros, and this is one of them. I didn't put in too many because everybody's seen saguaro pictures forever here. But this one I kind of liked because it had the ribs of a dead saguaro laying down on the rocks here next to the live one. So I called it the living and the dead. And it was done, a lot of the work, touch-up work was done in Photoshop, but then Topaz line and ink filter is what got the kind of sharp edges and the pretty rugged shapes in the rocks there. And it created that funny looking cloud formation in the sky. But anyway, I did like the way it turned out. It made it a little more interesting than the plain Photoshop produced version. So anyway, that's about all I could say about that one.
Mhm. Did you have any highlight detail in here before you started the effect?
No, I don't think there was any. I even tried darkening that a little bit,
Mhm.
but I'll see what it looked like. Could be some spots in there even.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm thinking. You know, you've got all this stuff going on above it. Maybe you could kind of ghost that into here on a layer and just kind of continue it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that might, you know, since it's already got this painterly effect, and it just kind of
yeah.
stops
yeah.
right here. You could even just grab a piece of this and paste it in a layer over this, and then just try different blend modes and opacities to get it where you like it.
Hmm.
And
Oh
then
yeah,
mask it off, you know,
Yeah.
whatever you need to. Yeah, I think that would help it out a lot, because I think this area just competes too much with everything else that's going on because it's so bright.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's true. Okay.
Or you might be able to take some of this one.
Yeah.
And put it in there. I mean, it's your choice, but I think since you already got this pattern, I'd probably just stick with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this is pretty much the same procedure, except the Topaz filter is the expressionism that that rocks in the foreground ended up looking kind of weird, but it did make the whole picture look more interesting.
So, yeah.
But I liked it. So, of course,
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, I like this one. I like your point of view too. It's nice and low. These guys are towering.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of saguaros up in that valley.
No, good to know.
Yeah, it's the Saguaro Vista Trail that goes pretty much straight west from the trailhead.
And you said it's in Sweetwater Preserve?
Yes, yeah, it's out off Camino del Cerro, where you take the Ruthra off Camino del Cerro exit off I-10 and go west about a couple miles, and Tortolita Road then heads south to the park, Sweetwater Preserve.
Okay.
And there's signs on Camino del Cerro before to turn. So it's quite a nice place. It's different than the Sweetwater wetlands that
Okay, yeah,
are in that same general area, but it's definitely up in the hills and kind of foothills of the Tucson West Tucson Mountains.
Hmm,
okay,
nice. Thanks for the info.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Literally made a
interesting.
picture rock here.
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that name for it, but anyway, I saw this big rock up there and well, it was about 2 feet diameter. And I took the picture of it, but it wasn't very interesting all by itself. So I kind of superimposed a kind of a scenic of the saguaros themselves on it to try to make something weird out of it. And this is just in Photoshop. And I think I used Lightroom to put that vignette on it. And
Yeah, that white vignette adds to it. Nice touch.
Yeah,
well, yeah, for what I was wanting to have that around the edge and then the kind of faded picture in the middle.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah,
kept it.
yeah.
that would look really interesting in a sepia, I think, as well, Wendell.
In the where the
A sepia instead of the color.
Sepia toned.
oh yeah, yeah, I could do that. But the rock itself, that's the natural color.
Mhm. Nice. Yeah, you've got a nice thing going with the warm and cool colors here too, and you've got a nice muted palette as well. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I was trying to not get any sharp, bright colors in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot, but I don't like the color of the mat.
Oh, well, I played around with that a bit, but yeah, no, that'd be easy to change.
What would you use, Holly?
Probably a green, a sage green
Oh.
or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
muted
Yeah.
sage.
Color of the
Maybe
saguaro.
a gray blue.
Yeah.
Oh, kind
Pick
of the
up
color.
Pick up that
Wow.
gray or blue in the sky.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
This
that's
is-
nice.
Mardi
Nice
Gras
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mardi Gras.
coming February.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I'm trying to get started in doing tabletop photography and doing stuff like this. So this happened to be a couple things we had available last.
That was a good start, Wendell.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
like that.
I'm hoping to, when Sandy gets the studio thing going, and he said something about doing tabletop photography, I'm wanting to listen in on that. But for now, I just tried this one. And one thing I see on my screen, at the bottom, it was sitting on a black cloth, and I had tried to lighten that up a little bit, so it made something for everything to stand on. But I can't quite see it on my laptop screen. I don't know if it's showing up on yours, Sandy.
You mean the background you lightened up?
Yeah, right in through where
Just barely right here.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted a little more in that, just to show that everything was sitting on something, not floating in air.
Yeah, if you do that, yeah, you probably need to go a little more drastically, but then I would probably anchor it with some kind of shadows. It doesn't look like it's floating.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like your light's coming this way.
Yeah.
Or even straight above, judging from the highlights. Yeah, almost straight down. So maybe just anchor with just a little soft shadow underneath it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was lit with a work light from my garage with a plastic bag over it, or kind of a
Fuse it. Yeah.
to tone it down, and then I used a flashlight and there's a 10-second exposure, and I was lighting the back up around those beads hanging off the edge, and then I was also trying to light the bottom end a little bit, but it didn't come up. But Anyway, a pretty crude setup, but it worked okay. I had a big piece of black cloth behind it.
Mhm. Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I'll go looking for other things to work on. And the next one is the same basic setup. This was a nostalgia thing from 1999 when they closed the old Tiger Stadium in Detroit.
Mhm.
And we happened to be back there and went to the third to the last ball game in the old ballpark. And that's where, when we were there, I got that Detroit newspaper that had the article on it. So I put that together with a picture book on ballparks that I've got and my old baseball glove. So just made a kind of a tabletop composite image of that. So
This would
Anyway.
be
Nice.
a sepia too, with maybe
yeah,
a light faded out vignette as well.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
works out nice. Well, yeah, you're getting your imagination going there. That's good.
Well, trouble is I've run out of ideas.
I used to find, well, years ago when I was shooting a lot and trying to figure out, what I was going to do for samples to get more work, I'd go through magazines or
Oh,
watch things on old movies or whatever, and you get things there and then just start writing down in a notebook things
okay.
and then just refer to them when you're ready and inspired to do something. But yeah, just kind of build up your reference and ideas as you get going. Now you can do it online. It's real easy. I mean, you can think of something like vintage baseball and Google it and just take a look at what's out there and grab a few of the images you see and then just save them in a file. And then later you can do that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
even easier now to get your ideas going. You can just Google them and then save them in files.
Yeah.
Wendell, I have a question on your previous one on the Mardi
Yeah.
Gras one.
Yeah.
Would you consider doing photo stacking on that to try to bring the feathers all into focus?
Well, I hadn't considered that. I did get them pretty sharp. I did you end up using manual focus on it, and
Yeah, just
The-
put that,
I'll give it a,
no,
I'll
put
give
it in the
it
kitchen.
2 shots.
No, put it in the
Kitchen?
kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, you could focus stack. Probably 2 exposures, maybe 3 would do it. Yeah. Okay, you're almost there. Although I don't mind it. It's you can use focus to get point of interest too, Todd. You don't have to have everything tacked sharp front to back. I think your emphasis is mainly here and here.
yeah,
And since these are kind of fluffy and fuzzy and
Yeah.
I'm being a little soft, but yeah, that's something you could consider on maybe a different subject.
yeah. Something that, well, where I was using f/22 lens on this to get as much depth of field as I could.
Yeah.
And but
Were you
Yeah.
using preview so you can see your depth of field? Do you have a depth of field preview button so you can check it out?
could have. I didn't use that. I was
Yeah,
most-
that's always good if you push it in and then change your focus until you get
Yeah.
where you want. Usually about a third of the way in does it, so probably somewhere right around here.
Mhm,
Depending on how far apart these are, I don't know, because
yeah,
I don't know how big they are in reality, but I'm guessing this is quite a bit larger and a little bit forward. Yeah.
yeah. I was
So,
focusing mainly on the feathers because that was the sharpest line I could see through the viewfinder.
Yeah. Another good cheat is to take like a really bright light and point it straight at your scene, get your focus lined up, and of course, do it in manual, press your depth of field and get it sharp, and then turn that light off. It's kind of like the ugly light at 2 a.m. when they want everybody with the bar. You get that kind of brightness going so you can really see what you're doing.
Oh, okay,
And
yeah,
then turn it off when you're done. We
okay.
just use like a 1,000 or 2,000 watt quartz light, especially when we're doing view camera stuff, so that you could really see what was going on. You know, and then you just turn that off and use your regular lighting, take the exposure. But once you're locked down, you just leave it alone, you know, focus wise.
Mhm. Yeah, and that with manual focus, I wouldn't have to worry about that shifting on me.
Yeah, and then of course we do a bracket of probably 4 sheets of film to get the right exposure. But those days are gone. You can just see it on the back now and look at the histogram, and you're ready to go. Okay, well, thanks for bringing those in.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go up to Alan now. Let me close this up.
Oh, wow.
Well, I don't know if you remember from last week, Maureen brought one in on horses. And I kind of emulated a little bit of her process on these horses, on these 3 ducks. So, and then I added a little bit of oil paint effect on Photoshop just to make a little more painter type look for it. So, but yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The only thing, I wasn't all that keen in the brown background there, and I wasn't too sure what to do with that color, just to whether to try
Up in here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of dull and uninteresting, and I didn't know really what to do with that, to be honest with you.
Well,
I would like to change it, but I'm not
all
sure.
right, a quick, easy fix would be, let's just get into Photoshop here. Just get an HSV layer, you know, and mask it off. So you can go down here into this little yin yang thing here, icon, and just hue saturation. Okay. And then you can kind of shift it around to see what you like, just looking at that background. So you want to go to the greens, and then you can change the saturation, and you can change how light or dark it is. Maybe something like that. And then in this mask area here, the first thing I would do is I'd invert it by hitting Command or Control I to make it all black. And then you make sure you have a white patch in the foreground here and get a brush. And I'm just going to hit B to get my brush. And it's pretty small. I'm going to get a bigger one here. Okay. And just kind of paint it in where you want it. It's about that easy.
Mhm.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sandy, you make it all look very easy.
So what was that?
Sometimes.
Oh, look.
There you go.
Excellent.
What was that background originally?
What was it? It was just
Yeah, was there just water behind those ducks?
no, it was probably bushes and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Fishes? Huh.
Bushes.
Bushes.
Oh, bushes. Okay.
Is that down at Canoa Lake, just south
Yes.
of here?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I've seen those ducks down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
Well,
doubt.
it was a kind of new technique that I was trying to develop, and you'll probably see it in the next image as well. But I was getting very, very low, almost at eye level with them. So pretty well lying on the ground.
Yeah, shooting from their point of view helps a lot rather than shooting above them and getting head or back. That's
Good stuff.
That's very good. So yeah, that's all you got to do.
Okay.
Sandy, would you consider a vignette on that at all?
Oh, I don't know. It's pretty linear horizontally,
Yeah.
you know, so I don't know if a vignette's going to help or not. I mean, you could set up another layer and just manually paint something in. So let's just put another layer on top and maybe pick like this dark green here, double click it, make it even a little darker. And may come in about 30%. I hit the 3 to get this down to 30 and just kind of,
Yeah, I like that.
you know. Oops, hit the corner there. You know, you can kind of click it in. Might be a little too much.
Yeah.
You know, and then if you add a mask by clicking your mask layer, you could go back with, you got white and black, black's gonna erase, and, you know, just kind of erase it back where you don't want it. And you can shape it so it's not just let me see. Yeah, I got a pretty hard brush here. Let's go softer. Yeah, there, that's better. You know, you can kind of shape it that way.
Excellent. I like that.
And then you could take it and try. Let me kill this. I don't know what's calling here. Oh, okay, I'll take that later. All right, and then you can try different blend modes here and see what works best. You know, maybe yeah, maybe a linear burn, and then you can play with your opacity and just get it where you want it. You know, you can do the same thing down here.
Right.
You know, just do another layer and pick more of a cool tone maybe,
Right.
or some of this orange and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very good. Excellent.
you.
it gives you a little more shape than just.
I'm gonna try again.
There we go.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a nice.
Alan.
Thank you.
A little bigger. There we go.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, as well, that's what I was trying to do, is get really low and try and get to their eye level. So
Mhm.
Yeah, that's nice.
you got to commit. You got to commit to lying on the ground.
It's the getting back up off the ground that can be the issue.
That's true.
Yeah, right. Just answer this real quick.
I like how sharply you focused that right on his eyeball there, the yellow eyeball there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool. Really nice.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, when were you out there, Alan? Last week?
That would be, yeah, probably just over a week ago. Yeah.
Okay,
They're there all the time. So you can-
right. Yeah, I haven't been out there in the last 2 or 3 weeks, so I just wondered if it's picked up any.
every time I go down there, you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. There's so many things to photograph. So,
Mhm.
so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I really like the beating of the water on it.
Yeah,
It's real nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, good composition, good color contrast. And these complementary colors, again, warm and cool, are working out really nice. So this looks like late afternoon sun.
It was late afternoon, yeah, and you know, this is not cropped all that much, so
Yeah,
it's
Yep.
fairly close. So.
nice job.
oh, wow.
That's cute.
The interesting thing about this one is that you can see two reflections in his eye, and I believe one's obviously the sun, and then I think the bottom one's probably from the water. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
I was a little off put with that at first, with the two kind of dots here, but that's
Yeah, you can knock one out easily. If it bothers you.
but I just kind of figure, you know, if that's what's there, then really, you know, in reality, I thought I'd just leave it. So
Yeah. Okay then.
yeah.
Well, there's a couple different theories of that. A lot of people want to record exactly the way they found it and not enhance the colors or things much. And then there's people that want to take it to a visualization that they've seen before.
So what do you guys think? Do you think should have taken it to one, put it back to one light, one?
I thought it was interesting. I liked it there. It looked real to me and it looked,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, it doesn't bother me. I mean, that's what you're going to see in
I
this
like 'em.
case, yeah.
I must
I
admit.
like them both, and I like this one here especially because it's not, you don't normally see that in a picture with a bill in the water like that.
Yeah,
I think it's a neat perspective.
thanks. No, I think that the eye definitely bothers me, so that's.
Well,
Yeah,
you're the creator, so.
you're the creator,
Boss.
that's right.
So, yeah, I just took that out and you're good to go. Okay. Yes, you're of the same thought process as I am. Make it the way you feel best. Rather than
Right.
reality. I usually think if you want reality, then you should be a photojournalist, not an artist. That's just me.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Nice hawk.
Oh, nice.
This is this hawk I was telling you about. It's called a harrier.
Ah. Uh-huh.
I'm not too sure. I don't think they're very common, but this is down at the pond as well, at the north end of them.
Yeah,
So-
nice shot.
Yeah.
Very
Thanks.
nice. I'm
Yeah,
almost
that's
wondering if you shouldn't dramatize it a little bit with a more of a horizontal crop,
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
To really give it some speed.
Yeah.
and move
Oh, they
it.
fly pretty fast and low. So
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's not an easy shot.
no,
Did you use a long lens on that, Alan?
this is a 600 mil lens, yeah, and it's on my D500, which is a crop camera. So that's effectively a 900 millimeter shot.
Yeah.
yeah, very nice.
Thanks.
Those are pretty.
Yeah, just the light was just hitting the little flowers just down by the pond there as well. This is all pretty well on the same day, I think. Yeah. it was.
Wow.
Very pretty.
Has a little bit of a topaz effect on it, just to bring it out. But I like the nice light color greens and the flowers contrasting there. Yeah.
I like your soft background. That just adds to it, the colors.
This is a same setup, so it's a 600 mil lens again. so
Okay.
quite a long shot.
Nice.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
good. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Done.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Snow geese, huh?
Yep, that's the snow geese. This is in Bernard, New Mexico wildlife area.
Very nice.
I took it into topaz and did a light painterly on it. And then I painted the geese back in to get the most of the paint off the geese and framed it.
Yeah, I like that teal frame. I think it sets it off nicely.
I had other pictures of the snow geese, but this was the only one that I took where they had the mountains with the snow on it. And I really like that aspect of it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
Nice shot.
Thank you.
Did you do a little bit of a topaz effect on the background?
Yes, I did. I did a painterly in
Yeah.
topaz, and then when I brought it back and I in the Photoshop, and then I painted the topaz effect off of the geese,
Right.
and then off of some of the mountains and stuff.
Yeah, that works very nicely.
I just thought the sky needed a little something that I wasn't getting with the regular color, so I went with the topaz on that.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
This is a old car was sitting on a trailer at a hotel on the way in. I looked up it was a DeSoto, and couldn't tell what year it was. So they had a good hood ornament on, so I went by the hood ornament. And from what I gather, this is a 1950 Soto Suburban. It's a 9-passenger.
Oh,
Got a picture of the door handles, and then they also got a picture of the hood ornament. But I used burnt edges and did about a 30% on that, and I added a little watercolor to it and an abstract on the Tortuga to get this look.
Yeah, it's a nice look. Kind of enhances the patina of the automobile. I like this little key protector. Flips out.
Something you don't see anymore.
No, you sure don't. And this looks like a suicide doors here.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Which way is the door? Which way is the car head? What's the front of
Yeah,
the car?
right.
Yeah.
It's funny, we're in a museum in Nashville, and there's this little car there, and it had 2 front ends on it. Basically, they just chopped 2 cars in half and put them together. And the story was that the constable would go back and forth in town, and it was so narrow that they couldn't turn around in the ends of the streets. So they just made a double-ended car. So when he got to one end, get out and go to the other side and drive it back. So that was kind of fun.
oh, that's really
there's-
cool.
And that's the hood ornament on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really in rough shape, but somebody, if they know what they're doing, they're going to have a real gem on their hands when they get.
Oh,
to it.
yeah.
Looks
Well,
like
I did
they
the same
painted
thing
it
with
with a
that one, the
brush.
topaz.
Was that you or them?
What's that?
I said, it looks like it was painted with a brush. Was that how it looked, or your effect?
Well, no, I added the burnt edges, did that.
Okay.
Okay.
And along with a little abstract of the Tortuga. And I like the burnt edges, I brought that down to 30%. And then the watercolor 2 on it is at 50%. And that's what gives the patina and stuff. But it was rough. It was really rough.
Yeah. Well, that added a lot to it. That's really nice.
What was the make of the car?
A DeSoto 1950 Suburban DeSoto.
So,
That was
It was a
before your
beast.
time, Alan.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
don't
remember
recognize
those
it.
little ornaments when I was a kid.
It looks a little bigger than the Mini I used to have.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, he didn't grow up with those big iron horses here in the States. They were huge. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
So this was
Nostalgia
shot
too.
in a Route 66 museum. I think it was somewhere in Oklahoma. And that just took it into topaz and did a watercolor on it.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
And this I recall. It's a nice area.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, wow.
The Grand
this is
Array,
a-
right?
The Great
Yeah.
Array, correct.
Nice.
Yeah,
I took that into Luminar Neo and just kind of crisped it and relightened it and
really good.
just tuned it up.
I like the reflection.
Yeah, I do too. The
Now,
reflection.
we was in
really
the area we
sets it
probably
off.
wasn't supposed to be. We thought we was following the trail and it wasn't the trail. We looked around and we was the only one standing out there. So
Yeah.
we backtracked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A nice frame color for it too. It
Thank you.
helps.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
nice low point of view too. Yeah, when we were there, they were all pointed straight up. They were repositioning them and doing maintenance on them and
Yeah, that's what I expected to see was them all pointed straight up. But my understanding is from the tour is from the hub, from the center, they move them on railroad tracks.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. They
And
were
it's-
moving them
it
around.
goes out-
repositioning.
It's
Yep.
in a Y shape and it goes out from the center, goes out 13 miles in each direction.
Yep.
And the closer they are together, the deeper into space they go. When they're further apart, then they don't go quite so deep into space. But
Yeah.
those 27 dish make a 22-foot diameter telescope lens.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see the maintenance hut that is right on the train tracks? I guess as you're facing out at the field, it's way over on the left. because they were bringing them into there when we were there, and it was kind of cool
Oh.
to shoot. Because they'd bring them right across the road, and you could get right under them and shoot straight up. It was
Oh, yeah.
pretty-
I've got one where we were standing underneath one. Yeah,
yeah, they're pretty wild.
they are. They're 80 foot across and they stand 100 feet tall.
Yeah, they're huge. They're huge. All right,
What state are they in?
New
New
Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah,
Oh, no. Where near?
Um,
about 60 miles west of Socorro, New Mexico.
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
Socorro.
60.
Oh,
Yeah,
Socorro
west.
is probably the closest place you can get where you can stay that has
Yeah.
a hotel.
I see. And then you go west.
yeah,
Yeah, it's about 50
25.
miles, 50
Yeah,
miles west of that.
Huh,
I think
wow.
it's on Route 60.
Yep.
Oh, right. I know what
Magdalena.
you're talking about now.
yeah, Jim, you've probably been out there because of the what's the name of that bird sanctuary out that way?
Oh, Bosque del Apache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
Bernardo's just north of that.
yeah, you just keep going out. Yeah, it's really neat. The only other place I haven't been, which will probably swing over one of these days as we go up by 25, is the spaceport, which is the other side. It's out of ways too. But I understand there isn't that much to see out there. Has anybody been there?
Well,
Where is
No.
that?
The
So the-
spaceport,
No.
yeah,
Oh, no.
that's east of I-25, yeah.
Yeah, it's around Truth of Consequences.
Right.
There's a little museum in the town of Truth of Consequences, but it's not at the spaceport itself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's up probably about the same, like 50 miles or so. All right, Howie, I'm gonna try and see if I can just open all these up and we'll figure out which is before and which is after. So I don't know if they came in order or not. Let's start with this one.
Yeah, that looks like the before.
Yeah, so here's the after.
Hmm.
Okay, let's make it a little bigger.
Where is this at, Holly?
That's my driveway.
Where-
Northern New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I just cleaned up some of the branches that had fallen down and brightened it, sharpened it a little, up the contrast.
Mhm.
But we've got pretty spectacular frost and snow lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the branches look a little frozen. So yeah, there's the before. Yeah, you got a lot of branches out. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah.
okay. And then here's the before, the next one. It looks like you got a little reflection there. Is that through a window or?
Yeah, that's just through a frosted window. So that's the before.
There it is.
And I used vibrance besides cropping out the mess, but
Uh-huh.
and used a filter, cold,
right
vivid
one?
filter.
Yeah, that looks like it. Okay.
That's
I
nice.
like that.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
really
thank
nice.
you.
that is really nice.
Yeah. All right, let's.
Yeah, February 1, I'm coming to Green Valley and I'll get out of this.
Yeah, this week it's warm. It's warmer than where you are, but it's been raining and been like 50.
Yeah, no fun for me. I'd rather have this. I go skiing every day and it's pretty neat. And just to see the frost and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the before. And this was taken in the late afternoon and toward my entry through a garage door. And the light, there's a light and a light bar cast that I got rid of
Mhm.
for the after.
Mm.
And up the contrast a bit.
Yeah, that works out nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That frost is really pretty. Let's zoom in on that a bit. Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay to look at. Sure don't want to be that cold.
I think
don't
it
miss
was
that.
3, it was 3 below this morning.
Oh, jeez.
That's probably the after. Then. Let's see. Yeah, is this it?
Yeah, that's the after.
Yeah, there's the before. All right. Oops, that's the wrong one. There it is. If you do submit these where you need a before and after, just put like a A dash,
Oh, that's a good
and
idea.
then a B dash, then at least or actually just do like 001A, 001B, and then a dash. Then they'll go in sequence because then we won't have
Okay.
to chase them around.
Yeah,
But,
I actually took these with the phone and sent them from the phone for the first time. I'm learning how to be a techie.
Oh, okay. So you get an airdrop or you just
I couldn't get it to airdrop to my computer. I wanted to,
oh, okay. So
but
you
it would not.
so you
So
just went right to the Dropbox on your phone.
I sent it, yeah, I sent it right to Dropbox.
Oh, good for you. All right. Let's see. I think you had one more, right? Yeah, this guy. That looks like the before.
Yeah, and that must be the after right there.
This one? No,
Down.
Yeah, there you are. Whoops.
this one or this one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, no, this one.
Oh,
Hmm.
I guess.
Yeah, that's it. Oops. Come on back. Getting confused here. They'll start to look the
Yeah.
same for a while. Yeah. Nice. I
Yeah,
kinda
actually, I think I like the before better.
Yeah, I think I like the blue.
I cropped in too far
Yeah.
and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I think if you just brighten this up slightly, it would be nice. I kind of like the blue overcast lighting.
Yeah.
So rather than making it too bright and warming it up like that. And yeah, I think the coolest. So basically, whatever you're using, you can just, I'm just going to go.
Well, there's that cold vivid filter I probably could have used on it.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, you could just lighten it up slightly like that. I think that's enough.
Oh, you see that pinkish reflection kind of in the lower third of it?
Right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to get rid of.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, if you did it in Photoshop, you could just add another layer and just take a brush and sample this bluer area and then just kind of paint over that area.
Yeah.
Okay, and then just change it to color down here. And that would get rid of it.
Yeah, that works.
Yep. Pretty easy fix. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for bringing those in. Sorry, I got confused on your before and afters there.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Okay, Jim Bowman.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so this is over at Empire Ranch.
Hmm.
And I think Maureen had done some writers like this too,
Mhm.
but this was my version. And I put a little bit of topaz on it
Mhm.
and cropped it, and there you go.
Yeah. Nice. Nicely done.
Yeah, I like it.
I
Kind of
love,
like the way the horse was positioned.
yeah, I like his head up, but I also like the way all these bridles and chains and shadows and shadows from his mane and everything are going. He's got a pretty wild mane too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
he's one of those show horses from Mexico.
Uh-huh. Nice.
think this lady is from Mexico, but anyway.
Mhm. Very nice.
Okay, so this guy is down in Tumacacori and put a, let's see, what old Western filter on it from Topaz again, and kind of gave it that really sepia looking kind of look to it.
Yeah, he's kind of a gritty looking character too.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And there was those 3 cowboys in the background.
Mhm.
They were sitting around talking, so.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I've
nice.
seen him before. He's always there.
Yeah, he comes out and he's, I'm not sure, I think he's a Native American that got, gets a, I don't know why, who pays him?
Tips. He's supposed
He's
to get
out there a
tips.
lot,
Yeah, nice.
but it just kind of gives you a feeling of freedom,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it helps the scale a lot too.
Mhm.
The scale too, for sure.
Special
yeah.
place, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Was he wearing that shirt as red or did you make it red?
No, he was wearing that.
Uh-huh.
I really didn't have to do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that extra pop of color, but just.
definitely.
Yeah, especially because the horse is sort of stone colored.
Mhm.
Very nice.
Hmm,
So this is
nice
down at,
shape.
yeah, so that was down at Kanoa. They have an annual thing there. I think I did this a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
And yeah, I just like the shape of those dresses, those big full dresses that they wear.
Mhm. Well, you really caught it when they were both very symmetrical. That's great. Yeah. And then you got enough.
Yeah, and the window
Listen to
frame
you.
colors are cool with it, with that. It's like they painted it perfectly for them.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. Yeah, you're picking up the turquoise here and the green here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here's another kind of view of the same thing.
I like that. That's nice.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Again with a little topaz and just painting out their faces and so forth. But I think the topaz just gives it a little bit of extra structure and color.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'd get rid of that rectangular, whatever it is on the upper right. It looks like a window maybe or something.
Yeah, it's actually the sky, but
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'd make it building.
or just
You could just grab this color and change
yeah,
it.
and just
Yeah.
clone that out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just leave the features there and just change the tone. Just grab this and use a color brush and change it.
right.
Yeah, but it's a nice scene.
Yep. I don't know if, cropping be tight. So I was initially thinking you might want to crop that side out anyway. Then you'd have less to do in that corner.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a mural or something behind the lady's flowers in her hair.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
sign.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
a
I should have
sign.
cloned that out.
That's a little distracting too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, grain room, shop, tax shop. Yep. Oh, I know that building. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jim.
Mhm.
Okay, Jim Murphy. Looks like you've been playing with AI.
Yeah, well, a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's I didn't do any pictures this week, so I went back to the archives and Day of the Dead shot here. I hadn't shown before.
No. This eye is kind of eerie. It's almost like it's on fire. It's great.
Yeah, I worked on that a little bit.
Mhm.
The other eye was really dark and blurry, and I brought it out a little bit too.
Mhm. Yeah, that works. I don't know if
That's nice.
this light works here or not. Although you've got it with her hair as well, so I don't know if it's an issue. Kind of, yeah, I guess it could work. It flows through. Okay, just a thought. I'm thinking out loud here.
Now, what was that again, Sandy? I didn't catch it.
This area here, maybe
Yep.
darken it down. It's just-
Darken it in. Okay,
But
I agree with that. Yeah, that's a good point.
and then maybe this a little too. Yeah, if you're gonna do
Okay.
both, yeah. Yeah, don't lose the detail, but yeah,
Darken it, yeah.
Okay.
yeah. You might want to cool it off too. I don't know. Since your palette's cool over here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I put that one in for Maureen, but she's not here today.
Yeah.
She likes horses. Yeah, so he was pulling the big urn thing there
Mm-hmm.
in the parade.
Yeah. Nice.
That is amazing.
Very nice.
The subtleties in this slightly out of focus area are really nice too. I'm almost wondering if you should maybe knock the focus down on these as well. Just to
Okay,
have it all somewhat, maybe not as far as
more
this.
consistent, a little more consistent background.
Yeah, maybe just to this, no, not quite this far, or you gradiate it out.
And then
You already got
lighten
a
it
little
on the,
bit going here, so, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, so here,
okay,
get a little more severe.
okay.
Okay, so this is your,
Okay, so this is the portrait I took in the garage here of my sister, and the reason I'm putting this in here is because I submitted 10 photos of her to this app called Lensa AI app, and you can submit minimum of 10 or up to 20 photos. And then within about 15 minutes, you get back 150 photos, or avatars, as they call them.
Mhm.
A lot of them are just really garbage. One eye's too big and this and that, but I picked some of them. I thought it'd be interesting for people to see what they did.
yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was Diffusion Studio or Midjourney or one of the other more text-based ones. I know a couple of them where you can put an image in as reference and then describe the environment you want or the changes through text. But yeah, I've heard this Lensa is supposed to do some interesting things. So this is the results of that.
Yeah,
Okay.
What's the program again?
called Lensa. So like for, I think it's $6, you get 150 avatars.
How do you spell that, Jim?
Yeah,
Lensa, I think is how you spell
oh,
it.
Lensa.
It's
Okay.
Lensa, yeah, it's a really hot thing on social media right now.
Yeah, a lot of people are changing their icons and their photos of themselves. Yeah,
Now, you could edit these somewhat too, so
sure.
if there's certain parts you didn't like, you could do things to fix them. I didn't do anything to these.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, like take some of the shine down or
Yeah,
lose this tail or whatever you wanted.
that left eye is kind of funky on that one.
Yeah, a little big.
Oh, Cal.
Yeah, I hear the eyes are an issue too.
And the
Yeah.
eyes are real funky on that one too.
Yeah, it seems that
I would say
AI
out of I was out of 150, there were about 5 that I thought were
Yeah,
kind of looked like her and weren't too bad.
yeah. Yeah, the eyes seem to be the biggest drawback with the AI. They're just not quite down yet. They either look kind of dead or they're not the same color or the same size. Yeah, that seems to be an issue. They still have to resolve. Yeah, you can see here that there's a size difference too.
Hmm.
But it's pretty amazing.
It's
Otherwise,
pretty interesting though, really, it is.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting neck. Holy cow. What'd they do to her?
Yeah.
Has she seen these, Jim?
Yeah, she didn't really like them very much.
That's what I was wondering.
I would think not.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yes,
wondering.
If you send in a picture with kind of a low cut blouse, you might get back some X-rated pictures. They take the hint from that and go from there.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, the one you took was nice. The original.
Yeah.
It's probably nice for her to see that she looks better as she is.
Anyway, I just thought people might find that interesting. It's
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of fun.
Yeah, when things calm down a little bit, I'm going to revisit some of these AI programs and see just what where they've come, because they it seems like every couple of weeks they keep up in their ante. And
So interestingly, you see the signature down there?
yeah,
They've ripped off some artist and used
Oh.
interesting.
The teeth are bad on that one. I don't like the teeth on that.
Yeah,
The eyes are still off.
Yeah, line around the neck.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and then this little peak here. Let's see if they even. Yeah, well, I guess they decided to modify that and continue it, and then on the teeth, maybe they just grabbed this and ended up in a different area. But
Yeah, be careful what pictures you use, I guess, so.
Yeah.
yeah.
She gained weight on that one. Woo.
Okay.
It's easy to do if you want to try it, so.
Yeah, looks like fun. So can you just go to a website or you get to download the app?
You download the app.
Okay. Yeah.
It's free to download.
Yeah. And then they charge you to use it. Yeah.
They charge you like $6 for 150, or if you want to, whatever, so.
It's a lot of images.
It's a lot of images.
Yeah. Okay, Kim, you're next.
All right.
Thanks, Jim.
I did the HF Coors field trip last week.
Ah,
So this one is from that. It's one of the plates. Took it into Topaz, put the stained glass filter or preset on it to just kind of brighten up the colors even more, bring them out, and then masked it, inverted that, and then blurred the background because this was in the showroom
right.
sales area. But I found the colors fascinating and just the spiral effect to it.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is the spiral's only here, but it really
It keeps
No.
going.
you keep it going. Yeah, your mind kind of connects the dots and finishes it up. That's great.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first glanced at it small this morning, I thought, wow, that looks like some of the lollipops I used to make, lollipops. And then I realized it was a plate and figured it was from Coors. Yeah, very nice. Okay.
This is back. I went out to, this is just before Christmas at Canoa when they had the folklorico dancers out there. This group were kids, probably grade school, maybe middle school. And And so I didn't necessarily focus on this young girl's feet, but once I brought the picture up and because of all the movement, she was kind of blurred. And so this is cropped down to just look at her feet. Then I took it into Topaz, and this is the Degas preset.
Okay.
And I just like the effect. I mean, I've got the feet themselves are fairly sharp, and the dress is twirling, the skirt is twirling, and I just like the effect that it gave the whole photo.
Yeah,
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
almost looks like she's on a sheet of water right around the heel. It looks like.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's nice.
They were under the awning of one of the buildings out there because it was kind of a gray overcast day. This was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So they were dancing on the concrete under the awning. So
Yeah. It's interesting, the effect of the filter on them.
mhm.
Yep.
Oh,
And then again, one of the other dancers, and I took this in just the Impressionism filter. Everything was pretty much blurred because they're dancing, moving their skirts and everything. But I like the fact that the pleats are sharp, the pleats to the right. Then you have all the rest of the movement of the dress.
I'm almost thinking you should soften this one up a little bit so that your
Okay.
eye stays over here. I like the shapes. Works out really nice. Yeah, I would just soften that down a little bit.
Soften that up. Okay.
Yeah.
This is back at Coors. These teapots were gray, basically gray. Just they'd been fired, but nothing else had been done to them yet. So they're just kind of bland.
Mhm.
So I took this into studio, and I didn't write down which. I think this was. Oh yeah, I did. The Expressionism filter or preset, and then which gave it some the smudge effect, and then I also used the Clear Day preset on it.
Okay. Yeah, again, you got some nice complementary colors going there and muted it down to kind of a nice soft palette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both filters or both presets put the color in the surface that they're setting it on, because those colors weren't there.
oh,
It was just
textures.
bland. Yeah.
It's interesting the way it laid this edge
Mhm.
on the shadows. It's almost like a penning cartoon type of thing. And also on the edges here. Yeah, that's kind of a nice technique. Okay.
And then this is back out at Kanoa, one of the young
Mhm.
ladies that was dancing at Christmas.
Hmm.
Did a mask, inverted it to take down the background because of the people that, the other dancers that were standing behind her.
Mhm.
Good shot.
Yeah, I'd probably just fill this in.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Okay.
Yeah, just or crop
Yeah,
it.
crop it.
Yeah. Easy enough. Oops. Didn't want to do it. Come on. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just kind of like the look on her face.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I don't think we've seen your work before. Let's see what we got here.
This
That's
was an
nice.
early morning walk. It was like 24, 25 degrees out with the frost on the agave.
Hmm.
So I took my iPhone and just took a picture
Mhm.
and then blacked out the background and brought up some of the textures and stuff.
Yeah, nice.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
almost like an albino agave.
Yeah,
I wonder how this would fare out as a black and white. We would
well, I thought
more
of
high
that.
key. Yeah, a little more high key and kind of
Yeah.
work with the textures a bit. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. See what you get. Okay. Let me bring this one down a bit.
This guy was climbing up the side of a sign and I cropped it a little bit, put in some blue, cleaned up some of the spots that were on it and then brought out some of his spots and stuff and just tried to
Mhm.
bring it up a little bit.
Was
Yeah,
it?
he's Gecko, the TV guy.
Yeah.
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 And I love the shadow.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
he sell you some insurance?
Yeah, the blue shadow and the way it just crosses over his nails and stuff there. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if he needs just a little teeny little highlight there.
Yeah,
Nail.
I could probably go in and
Yeah.
play
just
with
a
that.
little nick. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, this was taken at Pearl Harbor. And
Wow.
at that time, I don't know if there's still oil leaking up or not,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I brought out the color in the oil and brought out this stuff on this one. The original photo, this was all highlighted white out, so I tried to bring it back down a little bit to match the front of it.
Nice. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a project too. You can take water and either gas or oil and
Mhm.
a dark background under it and just shoot down or across it and just kind of tap it and ripple it and do things, and you get some interesting effects. If anybody's
Yeah.
interested in doing that with liquids.
Mhm.
Nice.
This one I'm not really crazy about, but I tried, this was taken at Myrtle Beach.
Mhm.
And I just masked out the shells and brought out their textures and stuff. And I kind of like the colors and the specks of the sand as the background. So, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it needs a little more snap. I wonder. Let's see
Yeah,
if
I just,
it's go into camera raw here real quick, and maybe just clarity might be enough. Clarity, a little contrast, maybe a little texture. Now I'm just doing it globally, but I would probably mask
Right.
the shells off and just do it in the shells.
yeah, that's what I did earlier. I just
Yeah, because I
took
think,
each of the shells and tried to,
yeah. Although I don't know, that kind of like what it's doing in the background too, but maybe not as much.
yeah,
Mhm. And then maybe just bring the shadow detail up a little bit in here too.
yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, I can play with it some more.
Sure. Yeah, you're pretty close.
Thanks.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, thanks for bringing those in.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see, do we have anybody else? No, Wendell, you've already seen. Good. All right. Well, I went on down to the dentist, McGillis. So just on the walk back, it was about a mile walk into where I go. I just started catching some of this stuff in color. I think we're gonna make some black and whites out of these for Wendell's class, but just thought they were interesting. Just being in a different environment and it being so close. So
How do you get to a restaurant going to the dentist?
Well, I walked by it. I didn't go in. Yeah. No, the bigger question is if I could eat one of those gumballs without pulling my foot. Yeah, actually, I was feeling pretty good. I had a root canal about 2 weeks before, so it was miserable before that, and then progressively got better after the root canal. And even better news when I got down there, and he said the tooth had enough structure that I should probably leave it alone and not get a crown for a while. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, a lot of colorful things there.
Yeah. Is this your iPhone or?
Yeah, these are all iPhone.
That's
Yeah.
a different place, isn't it? It really
It
is.
is, it really is. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
That dog.
That dog.
She
Yeah.
got tired of nursing. Just happened right here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
$20 for a hamburger.
Bezos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. So I think it's what, 18 and a half to $1. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, here's some people selling various produce.
How far was that in? Was that in quite far?
Oh, probably, but here was probably about 3 blocks, 3
3
blocks from the border. And this was right on the main drag, you know, where they after they go through the gate, they
Yeah.
continue on, you know. There's a church, and just after the church, there's this little market and restaurants and carts and stuff. I kind of like this one. Looks like it's been there a
Oh,
while. Yeah. I shot it with or without the guy. I think I like it better with the guy because of the grate.
yeah.
Oh, mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, he looks like he was bundled up pretty well.
Yeah.
And this group was some real characters. Right after I took the shot, they were like, no pictures, no pictures.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was almost that. You can see the border here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is the inbound, and this is back to the States on this side. And then here's all the money exchanges on this side. And there's a bunch on this side as well, where you can either get your pesos or get your dollars, depending on which way you're going.
Yeah.
This little girl just kept licking the railing. I kept going, "Ah," and she just laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So this is, you know, in the line where you walk back through.
Yeah.
Which was empty, by the way. I think there were 2 people in front of us,
Wow.
which is amazing because last time I was down there, it was about 2.5 hours to get back.
Hmm.
Yeah. This was less than 5 minutes. It probably would have been shorter, but we were talking to the border guard, and yeah, he says he hadn't seen it that quiet in a while either. Yeah, so that's about it.
Yeah.
Well,
So I've been working on my Italian trip. This is just a mark to remind me of the town I'm in. I'm currently in a Sisi, which is up in the country. I don't know if you guys are doing anything on Friday, this Friday, but the travel clubs asked me to talk about our RV trip through northern Italy. So I'll be doing that at 9 a.m. over at Las Campagnas in the Ocotillo room. The only thing is, I'm going back there tomorrow to see if I can get them to get the projector in a little better shape. It's really out of focus. So I'm not too happy about that. But other than that, it could be interesting. So yeah, you guys are welcome to come if you'd like.
Oh,
Oh, let me stop sharing here. And